It is May 1st as I'm recording this. This will be out May 2nd, 2022. And May is Mental Health Awareness Month. What does that mean to you? I don't know. What does it mean to me? It's my birthday month. My birthday is May 10th. It's coming up in a few days. Well, more like a week and a half or so, but it's coming up. And so I'm always reflective during this time period of my life. Um, Mental health is very important. I have lost my mental health over the years many times. I'll try have. Ugh, tough. Um, I am very open about different things that go on in my life on many of my shows. I'm very transparent. I don't tell everything, obviously, but I do tell a few things of what's going on and share with people. Because there are folks out there who are going through some of the same things I am. So I like to share experiences. I am coming out of 2.5 years of this strange pandemic life. And I'm realizing that there are some cumulative effects that are affecting my mental health. Luckily, I've done enough work on myself to know that life, you're never cured of anything, that life continually happens. It's just a series of checks and balances, right? But luckily, I know that when things get tough and I start to feel a certain way, to get help, which I've done. Also, I've reached out to certain friends of mine and they've helped me a little bit, just talking to them. My Aunt Faith, of course, talking to her, talking to God. Um, Going outside, being in my garden, not drinking too much, not eating edibles too much, not taking pills or anything. Things that just they seem like they help, but they don't. I also am feeling these emotions. There's something to be said about feeling emotions, like really feeling them, and so I'm choosing to feel them. But it's a lot of cumulative stuff. The last couple of years have been strange for all of us. We can all agree on that. While our experiences might be a little different in exacts, like exactly what we've gone through, collectively, we've been through a strange time. And I know that in dealing with others, I have to remember that too. That when people react to me, it's also because they're going through stuff too. For example, was supposed to, I mean, because a lot of things I've not done because of the pandemic. I had to choose to live my life a certain way, and so I didn't do certain things. So one of them was date. I went on one Zoom date. Whether or not I haven't been dating anybody. Tried talking to some folks, nothing's happening. I was on the dating apps, got off of them because nothing was going on. Like literally standstill. Nobody, people were matching, but no one was talking. Also, people came back into my life who were not good for me, who did not treat me with respect or treat me well, cut those out. It's funny, it's another person who did me wrong, but I guess doesn't see it, like doesn't even see it. I needed them to fill in for an actor who did me wrong the last minute, and I needed them to fill in to help me out at the last minute, dropped out on me to a point where I couldn't get another person to do it. So the project's completely on hold. And I didn't respond to them. Like, you fucked me over. And messed up everything. The whole thing is all messed up. So a month later, This happened more than once. Now I'm back. I'm ready to work if you need me, and I'm back, and blah blah. And there's all this stuff. I'm like, nah, I moved on. I don't have. I can't. It's this is one of the hardest things for sometimes for people to understand, myself. You can't treat people however you want, just however you want. You just treat them however you want, and expect them to still be there and welcome with open arms. Sure, that's fine. You're going through all that. You're going through a lot of stuff. I get it. No, there's one thing having compassion, but when it affects you directly in something that's a negative thing, that's a whole other story. Sorry you went through all that stuff, but there's other things you could have done to help me out, so that I don't have to scramble and cancel and all this stuff. So I was going on a date with someone we had talked off and on for almost 10 years. We've never gotten to the date stage. Always talk, then it just goes away. This person, I don't even understand what's going on. They call me. So we say we're supposed to have a date this Sunday morning for brunch. I'd asked how early is early. They told me what time. It's early enough. Like, good. I hadn't set it in stone at that point. I said, let me think about the place to go. Of course I want to go. I want to see. And a lot of times I want to just kind of see how I feel. But I have places in place that I know where we can go. I know what time I need to be there. The night before, 2 nights before, this person calls me and sounds like my plans for Saturday night changed because of blah, blah, blah. So call me back. I'm thinking, oh, maybe they want to get together Saturday night, which could be something interesting. But I was asleep. I get the message. When I first woke up and I didn't get a voicemail. A voicemail came to my phone that morning at 8:12, like 8:10. I'm like, let me call. Let me make sure I text them. I went to call, wasn't sure they're up or not. But I texted him, was like, oh my God, I just got your voice message. I was wondering what's going on, but you blah, blah. And I left that thinking, oh, they'll text me back and we'll go from there. Did not hear from them the whole day. 8:12 at PM. I didn't plan this. 8:12 PM that night, I'm out and about with my sister and my brother-in-law. And I said, let me text him. I'm like, well, I hope your day went okay. I said their name. I hope your day went okay. Are we still on for tomorrow? 2 hours go by. I'm like, well, I got home. I was like, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. It was like after 10 o'clock at night. I went to bed and not hearing anything. I'm thinking, well, we're not getting together. I'm being ghosted again. And then I wake up this morning to a text that says, cutie. What does that mean? No follow-up text or follow-up. I mean, I don't even know what that means. You didn't answer my question. So that's why I go into this and go, wow, I can't control other people and how they check things. But I think it's strange. A little suspect for me, but it's totally possible. I don't know what they do in their lives. That you don't decide to text me back at the very least from the 8:10 o'clock a.m. 8:10 a.m. message, like, oh great, got your message. Can we get together tonight? Or just nothing. Just like, so that whole day. And I texted the second time. So I'm like, what if I hadn't texted? Would I have not heard from this person at all when we was together tomorrow? So for me, I just find that I can't control people or tell them what to do or tell them anything. But for me, that's not how I want to communicate with somebody. I want them to want to call me back or text me and go, James, here's the deal. But then you text them, so minus the earlier phone call. So you did text back 2 hours later, a little after 2 hours later. You know it's late. You don't know what my schedule is. I don't know yours. Some people are up late at night. Some aren't. But you still don't answer the question. So was I supposed to go, hey, cutie, back? So are we on for tomorrow? Like, am I supposed to ask a second time? Was he like, was there flirting? I don't understand what was going on. By just saying cutie with no other words, I'm like, I know what was the answer. So I didn't answer this morning. I didn't answer. I was like, there's nothing to say. I didn't answer. I went about my business. I was like, basically, I was ghosted to me yesterday. You didn't respond. You didn't really say nothing. You said cutie later, but the whole day you did not. Like, were you mad that I didn't call you back? Even though, again, it was late at night, you never know. Or maybe you weren't mad, but you just maybe you changed your mind. Maybe you decided. I mean, I have no clue, but there's nothing. And so I went about my business today. I haven't heard from him. But see, here's the thing. Again, we have priors. We've done this before at least 6 other times over the last 10 years. I have the text exchanges before I'm like, are we getting together? Are we getting together tomorrow? Are we getting together? And just no response. This person claims they want a relationship. So, but I'm out. I mean, I'm complete. I have had to have my own self-respect, but it put me in a mood. I've already been in those. I've been in a mood this whole week. I have decided that May is my mental health month for me. And I know that part of this is hurting me because I've been alone for 2.5 months, 2.5 years. I've not had sex, kissed, affection, cuddling, nothing from another human being since February 2020. That's the longest I've ever done that. And there were stretches of time where I was by myself for months in the early months of COVID. My birthday month in the early months of COVID, there was nothing. Couldn't see anybody but myself. Last year was slightly better, but I didn't really do much. And now this is my first time I can do stuff. And I'm going out of town. So I'm going out of town for a part of my birthday. I cut my shows in half, cut my clients. I got rid of clients right now. They're just stressing me out. I just really taking time for myself. But I know that it's the no human affection and touch is part of it. And I have some things was talking to a friend of mine with, Flova with, about what I should do or my options or what's going on. I'm looking at that and what does that mean for me? Not traveling, which is I traveled all the time. So I'm thinking once I travel next week, it's next week, Larry, I'll feel better. Once I leave Los Angeles and go somewhere, I should feel a lot better. That's what I'm hoping. So I'm very excited about that. I'm like, that should start to change my life a little bit. Because I used to go to Pittsburgh and Chicago and New York. I used to go all these places. I'd be gone for weeks, sometimes months. And that's how I re-energize. People ask me, how you do all this stuff? Because I took time off. There were a few months, I took hiatuses. So I'm taking a hiatus. And once I made a decision about that, I did feel a weight lift off my shoulders a little bit. I will admit that. So I'm gonna be creative. And I'm like, I don't care about the money. All money's not good money. I don't care about the views. I am a network. I have programming that will be coming out this month. It's going to be less than the normal month, so I'll probably see a dip and everything. Who knows? Maybe I won't. I don't know. But my mental health, I can't be good to anybody if I'm not good to myself, right? Now, this video and the audio audio does really well. Video, and I know that a lot of folks, some will watch and they will comment, and thank you for that. But I know this one video won't get a lot of views, like my soap videos, my When Calls the Heart. Those get tons of views and people love it. And might get its entertainment. They want to be taken out of their space. They don't want to hear anything serious. They don't want to hear whatever's going on. But I feel like I have to talk about serious topics. I won't stop doing that. I feel like I need to get things out. So I'll stop here. This is a lot of help. Now, I am a life coach. Believe it or not, you're like, oh my God. But no, I'm pretty good. Like I said, I've done the work for myself. It's just that there's times when you get sad. There's times you feel lonely. I know exactly where my stuff's coming from. My career is fine, but it's my personal life I'm just kind of trying to work on. But A lot of help.com, and I have some great clients, and we're working. A lot of stuff we're working on is professional, but it starts with yourself. And I do know and this thing, I'm very relatable. I've been through many situations, so I know what's going on. Happy birthday to all my fellow Taurians who were born in May. There are a lot, LOTT, of you out there, so happy birthday. Happy birthday to the Geminis, our Gemini brothers and sisters, the second half of May. Many Gemini friends. But hopefully by the end, I'm gonna do a video at the end of this month too. What by the end of this month, I'm feeling better. That's just my small goal, just to feel better at the end of the month and when June begins. But I'll keep you posted on what's going on, of course. I'm James Lott Jr., and I will talk to you next time.